everyone. Thank you so much for joining me in this exclusive interview with the producer of the Sonic Symphony, Mr. Shota Nakama.
Nice to meet you, first of all.
First and foremost. Yeah, nice to meet you. So I want to thank you for accepting the interview request. I know it comes at such a short notice, considering that your first tour date is on this Saturday, I believe, right? In London?
Yeah, we are... We just got out from a rehearsal, and we've been rehearsing quite a lot, like every day, and just getting ready for it. And so like what we do is like we rehearse the band here in Boston, and then like when we go over there, we join an orchestra to perform together, rehearse together in person. And yeah.
I know fans of Sonic the Hedgehog have been really hyped up because of this symphony. We got a first taste of the symphony back in 2021. Unfortunately, that was during the pandemic, so we didn't really get to see it in person. So we have so many questions here to cover just because a lot of fans are curious about the tour, as myself, and what fans can expect of the tour. So first and foremost, I want to know, how did the Sonic Symphony project begin? Yeah,
so this actually goes back quite a bit. So back in 2016, Sega had a booth, or they rented a room or something at San Diego Comic-Con, and they wanted to do something music. And so like they contacted me through a friend of mine. They said like, hey, can you do something there? We have this room in San Diego Comic-Con. Can we do something? I'm like, okay, let's do it, something. So I assembled my band, and also like some horn section in LA, and then we did the show. Like everything like went great. Fans really loved it. It wasn't quite orchestral, but like it was like band stuff. And Jun Senoue, the composer, one of the composers of the Sonic franchise, he came over and he joined to play the guitar. And so like it was a success. And then like it just kind of like, you know, from that point on, we kept keeping in touch and did like some music stuff here and there. And eventually they came to me not too long before the online concert, and they said, hey, we're thinking about doing something orchestra, and we want to do it with you guys. And so I'm like, great, and we'll make it work. And unfortunately, like you said, it was during the COVID time. So only way to make it happen was to do it online, because we didn't want to expose everybody to like everything. And that went well. And then immediately after that, we were like, hey, like, why don't we, once this is over, once this pandemic stuff is over, why don't we like take it on the road and like really like do the right thing for the franchise? Because like Sonic's music has been so iconic. Like everyone knows the music, and everyone knows the character. And the games are great. Sonic never really got like a symphonic treatment, and we're like, no, like we gotta make it happen. So like then we're like, okay, let's go, and that's kind of how it started.
Sonic's music is very iconic. Everyone recognizes it, especially Green Hill Zone. Everyone recognizes that level of music. The screen title, of course, and like you said, we never got this musical symphony from Sonic. We got it from other games, but not from Sonic. So this is one of the first symphony orchestra of Sonic the Hedgehog, which it has me as a Sonic fan myself very excited. So
nice.
I'm pretty sure you're excited. Very much.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's gonna be great, like really great.
Can you elaborate on your role in the symphony?
My role is the producer of the entire production, basically, and I'm in charge of executing everything that's related to production. So like live show aspects, like video, audio, music, arrangements, and everything. I'm the final decision maker for the production stuff. And yes, and then my team, Luis Ochoa, who's our bass player, he's managing the band, and also he's doing like other things. And Falco Young, he's my right-hand guy. He's a mixing engineer / composer. He's doing a lot of like music supervising role. He's deciding all the set list, and he's managing the video team to make sure that like all the videos hit like fans like heart, and it goes well with the music and all that stuff. Parker is our lighting guy. He's designing lights with like the specific colors from the characters, and just so like he's hitting all the important moments in the songs. And so like there are a lot of people involved.
Speaking of team members and teamwork, you work closely, correct me if I'm wrong, but you work closely with conductors Jose Delgado and Kevin Zarinsky, if I pronounce that correctly. With that being said, what was the hardest part about converting Sonic's 8-bit or chiptune music, Sonic's classical game music, into an orchestra format?
What was hard was all those like funky tunes like that, the Sonic 1, Sonic 2, like all those like really groovy stuff. Converting that to an orchestra format is very difficult because the orchestra musicians, they perceive like those groovy music a little differently from like let's say a groovy bass player. A groovy bass player doesn't function the same way as the contrabass player from an orchestra. They play differently, they feel things differently. So the challenge is like how to find like a middle ground and just like make sure that even in the symphonic format, it's still like, the swing is happening and like you can still feel the groove and stuff. So I would say like that rhythmic part is probably the hardest thing. Melodic stuff, I think it was like, like it's not very hard. I think Sonic stuff is like all super melodic. It's all right. And I think those things like come pretty naturally for the players.
Would you say the same for Sonic's modern rock songs and EDM songs?
I mean, like that actually, like that's my favorite kind of music. So like I am known to do like big orchestration for like rock band and orchestra, and that's like I grew up listening to that kind of stuff. I do that professionally, and a bunch of people ask me to arrange all that kind of stuff. For me, it was like a lot easier. Like the band set is all arranged by me, and like I'm totally okay with that. Yeah, it's easier than like just pure symphonic stuff, I gotta say.
Prior to the tour and prior to getting involved in this project, were you familiarized with Sonic the Hedgehog?
Of course. So like when I grew up, I grew up in Okinawa, this small island in Japan, and I used to own Game Gear, Mega Drive, Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, and what do you do when you pick a Game Gear? You get the Sonic game, right? Because like that was the game, and I spent a lot of time gaming, and I was really into subculture stuff like games, anime, manga, and all that stuff. And because back then there was no like I'm 41, so like and there was no internet, and Okinawa is a small island, so there's only like so many things you can do, and gaming definitely was a form of entertainment. I'm glad I grew up in that era. I played so much. Yes, like I probably should have studied it a little bit more, but there was a time in my life I stayed away from games. I guess like eventually I came back to it, so like I say, it all worked out. What
can Sonic fans expect from the tour?
So first of all, Otani-san is the composer for like all the modern Sonic games. I don't think he's ever performed in London before. He's gone to like a recording sessions in London, but I don't think he has actually participated in a concert. So yeah, like you can definitely like see him finally in person, and also like you can see Jun rocking out on the stage with the guitar, and Otani-san will play some bass as well. So like you get to see them. Not only you get to see them, but also you get to see them performing with the entire orchestra and with us, the band. So yeah, that's like a special, like very, very special thing. You don't get to see that. And also like the set list, we'll go through the entire history of Sonic, and we'll try to cover as much as possible.
Speaking about the set list, not, obviously you can't give away the set list, but the set list will include like songs from the classical to its modern, or how
yeah. So the first set, so there's Act 1 and Act 2. And because all orchestra concerts have an intermission, and so the Act 1 is just pure orchestral stuff. There's only orchestra, just like the 30th online concert. So it begins with just an orchestra, and then after the intermission, the band set kicks off. And so the band will be joining the orchestra on stage and rock out with all those like great iconic vocal songs. So yeah, and the first set even like it goes through from Sonic 1 to the latest Sonic. And the second set will feature all the classic band songs, the songs we have to play and we have to honor. And yes, like, so we'll play those songs, and also we'll feature some songs from the latest Sonic game. I can't speak about that yet, but yes, it will happen.
You speak of a rock band performing as well. Is that you guys, or is that somebody else that you cannot mention? Or
yeah, no, like it's us, and it's us with the guest composers. We have like a super tight band, and we are all based in Boston, Massachusetts, and we have been rehearsing, and these people are the ones I've played with for a long time. And so we know they're capable. We know they're just really great in this particular style. Also, some of them are like hardcore gamers. Well, actually, like most of them are hardcore gamers. Yeah, and they love Sonic. And yeah, so like it will be a lot of fun.
The official start date of this tour is Saturday in London. I think at the Barbican Hall.
Yeah, Barbican.
What has been thus far your most memorable moments about being part of this symphony?
I mean, like there's always struggles and great things, and like everything happens in the span of maybe like 6-7 months of production, and it just sometimes you have disagreements with the members. Sometimes you have like just great moments, just a beer at the rehearsal space and do all the stuff. And like everything that we've gone through is just a necessity. I think it just like it makes us stronger as a team. And everything that we go through like makes us stronger, and it just makes it tighter as a team. And so just seeing the progress in that, and just like reaching to the goal, like beginning of the tour, is pretty astounding. Just witnessing that, and just like realizing that we're better, and as a team, and music is sounding better and better and better every day. Every time we rehearse, it just sounds tighter. And just realizing that is like probably the most rewarding thing.
You already had a small taste of the tour at San Diego Sonic Speed Cafe. Can you elaborate on that experience?
Yeah, so once again, the guy who comes up with like crazy ideas in Sega, like he called me up and he was like, "Hey, like, can we do like a acoustic concert?" I'm like, of course, like if you tell me, like, sure, like I'll just jump onto the plane and just do it right away. And so that's exactly what happened. So like we said, okay, like Sonic Speed Cafe, like we want to do a show here, and in 2 weeks, we're gonna set the date. And then like just go and do the show. And unfortunately, like our regular singer was not available for this show, but like we had like a really amazing singer, James from LA, and he joined us to do the show. And I had my keyboard player who is also a fantastic singer too. So like just three of us did like this acoustic set, and with all the vocals and stuff, and just like it worked out perfectly. And it was just a very contrasting show from the usual stuff that we do, because we usually have like a band, orchestra, and all those big things. But just very intimate, and we went over a lot of the songs from the set for the Sonic Symphony, but in a different format. And I think people really loved it, and we hope to continue that too. Like we hope to continue this unplugged stuff as well.
Yes, I can't wait to hear that whenever that happens.
Yeah.
But some fans have been asking questions regarding the location of the Hollywood performance, and specifically regarding the VIP tickets and what those tickets entail. Are you at freedom to elaborate on that?
So that's actually not up to me. So when you do a concert, there's a promoter, slash presenter, and they do all the ticketing and like planning for the VIP events and stuff. So I do believe they have some stuff set, and we are doing some meet and greet. And but I just don't know like small details, and well, I'm meeting them in like 3 days, so I can ask them.
Actually, I will be seeing you at the Hollywood performance, because I actually was one of those fans who actually got the VIP tickets.
Great, thank you so much. And yeah, like so I do believe we're doing meet and greet, and meet and greet would include I think the band members, and also of course the legendary composers.
I can't wait. Here's my last question. The Sonic Symphony will be completed in June of next year. And then after that, what is your next project? Do you have any more projects coming up? Anything else you?
Yeah. So the idea of touring is that like we're not finishing it up then. Like we keep adding the dates. We love music and we love Sonic music and we want this to continue. We want Sonic to be honored by a lot of venues, cities, music fans, everybody in the world. Yeah, so that's the plan.
And you're getting there because the Los Angeles, the first show that got posted in Los Angeles got sold out immediately, and I think the London
oh my
one
god,
as well.
Yeah, it was like crazy. We were like what happened?
Usually when Sega or anything Sonic comes out, it's just like this, or the Sonic Speed Cafe, there's usually merchandise along that goes with it. Are you aware if Sonic Symphony are doing any merchandise related to the Sonic Symphony? Or
Yes, there'll be exclusive merchandise that's going to be sold in at the venues, T-shirts and all the stuff that you can only buy from the tour.
Exclusive items. I can't wait. I honestly can't wait. I'm pretty sure fans who are watching this, reading this, I'm pretty sure they're very excited to start, booking their tickets, start making plans, and just going all out, basically.
Amazing.
First, again, I want to thank you again for granting me this interview in a moment of your time. I know you just came back from rehearsal. You had a quick lunch. How was rehearsal, by the way?
Sounding great, like really great. At this stage, we know the songs already, and everything is just all about like refinements, like small details in here and there. But yeah, like the band is like really, really like in a great shape, and we're ready to rock out in London.
With that being said, do you have any more any last messages you'd like to leave fans off with?
Yeah, I mean, Sonic Symphony will continue and there'll be more shows, and we're just excited. We're just like incredibly excited for this opportunity and Sega to like trust us to like produce this show and trust us to be able to like really do this. And that means a lot to me. And again, like I'm from a small island, and it just like for me to like just come to this stage, it's a big step up. And it just, I have nothing but appreciation for the fans and colleagues, members, and everybody who supported me and supported us and everybody in my team. It's just grateful to be able to showcase something I really love, and people will be just amazed watching the show. I can assure you that.
I wish you the best of luck, of course, and I'll be seeing you on September 30th for the Los Angeles performance.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Want more Sonic interviews? Check out these awesome exclusive interviews here. Also, don't forget to check out our website for more exclusive content on anime, video games, and more. While you're there, don't forget to check out our shop. Explore over 5 different original designs featuring our mascot, Rosalind, designed by yours truly. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.